Welcome to another edition of Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. Today's whiskey is actually going to be this Pina Colada premix, and today's nerd stuff is some BattleStar Gallactica comics. So first I'm going to go ahead and move these comics over to the side for now, and we will go ahead and make this mix. This mix is from a prior video that I did where we got these premixes that was gifted to me. This one is the Pina Colada that has been infused with Captain Morgan's white rum, and this one has sugar, dried coconuts, dried pineapple, dried banana, artificial flavor, and some color added. So, and then coconut. So the instructions on this were to go ahead and pour a generous shot through the strainer. And we all know what I'm going to do with the generous shot, so let's just go ahead and fill this sucker up. Oh, and I can actually smell that from here. So we are going to fill this up. There we go. And let's put this stuff back in. And then to mix some coconut cream with it to give it that little creamy flavor. Kind of put a little bit in. Said you could do the coconut cream or you can do the coconut milk. So let's see which one we wanted to do. Stir that up. And let's give this a little sip. Oh, that's pretty good. That tastes just like a Pina Colada. Do think it needs just a little bit more of this coconut cream in it, though. Keep in mind with the other mixes, we had tonic water or ginger ale that was put in. So this is definitely a little more, I can taste the rum more so than I could taste it in the other two drinks. Much, much better. And then today's nerd stuff is a couple BattleStar Gallactica comics. So BattleStar Gallactica, for those that are not familiar, it was a show, I want to say, in the 70s. And then they had a really, really cool remake, I want to say, in the 90s that I was really a fan of. I actually like both BattleStar Galactica shows. The second one I really, really liked. Liked what they did with it. Had some great acting, great writing. And I had completely forgotten for a while that there was a comic book series out there for a while. They actually redid the newer ones based on the newer series. And these are just a couple issues that I was able to pick up at a really good price on some older ones. So this first one is issue number 20. And then the second one is issue number 3. And you can kind of see that really good. And then I've got a graded one that I got for a steal of, it's a graded 9.0 of issue number 1 from 1979. So the first issue of BattleStar Gallactica, as you can see, that is pretty beautiful. It's a great copy. Go ahead and put it back in the packaging real quick. Let's take another sip of this Pina Colada. This is pretty good. So good. And then I believe issue number 20 was the one that was in the worst condition. So I thought it would be kind of fun just to open it and flip through a couple pages. I always thought it was fun to flip through these and just see what some of the ads are. Of course, in the beginning, you got Toys R Us. So any of those that remember going to the Toys R Us store, it's kind of makes me sad that the kids these days won't have that same experience of walking into the Toys R Us store like some of us did. Go ahead and flip through some of this so you can kind of see the coloring. ads that would have back in here, the self-defense ads, the Get Strong Grit, if anybody remembers the newspaper Grit, or they try to sell it. Subscriptions. Let's see what else. I don't even remember Spot Bits. Does anybody remember these shoes? Oh, wait, is this OJ? The Juice Says. So, OJ Simpson endorsing these shoes way back when in the 70s. Some more ads. These little things that you could order. Of course, this would have been pre-internet days. They would have had ARPANET, but they wouldn't have the internet at this time. Or they might have had it in a few universities, but it wasn't near what we think it was today. Comic books that you can pick up, numbers. Kind of some cool stuff in here. Some more ads. And then look at this Task Force fighting set you can get for $2.49. Then, of course, they had super gifts and gimmicks. And then on the back, you had this Olympic prize and cash where you can win kind of various things. Let's go ahead and put this back in. So I thought this was kind of cool. I was able to get some of these. I actually had some, and I completely forgot I had these, but I thought it was kind of cool to open it up and share, and kind of reminisce on the BattleStar Gallactica. I am curious as to what people who liked the first iteration of the series more, and what did you like about it, and who liked the second, and why, and what did you like about it. I also curious of anybody that remembers the comic books. Did you like them? Did you not like them? What do you feel like the difference is between the 70s comics and some of the newer ones? And who would want to see a reboot of any type of Battlestar Galactica? And then, another interesting question too is, where would you rank Battlestar Galactica in the sci-fi series of your most favorite sci-fi series of all time? You've got Babylon 5, Battlestar Galactica, the new and old, Star Trek, the various ones. You've got I'm trying to mind blank, but there's a plethora of various sci-fi series out there that were pretty good. Of course, you had Farscape was a really fun one. You have a number of different ones, so it would be curious to see what everybody's favorite one is, what you liked, what you didn't like, and also very curious to see if anybody else has tried these mixes. This is the Pina Colada mix. And what I've done with the other mixes that I've talked about, I've actually refilled some of them with the rum and tried them later. And actually, these give two different, I've done about two refills of this, and the flavor's held, and it's really pretty good. I don't know if it was designed for that, but it's something I've been doing, so I really think you get the value, a good bang for the buck when it comes to these ones. You get these sets, and you figure if you can get 2 uses of each one, mix these, and then what you can do is after you pour the mix, pour some more rum in it and set it back in, and depending on how long your weekend goes, entertaining guests, then you can go ahead and have the second pass through on some of these. But it's really, really good. Let's go ahead and take another drink. Really do appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this video. Please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Would love for anybody to share these as well. Would also love to hear some feedback and some comments of this particular video, and anything that you would like me to go over and talk about, or whether it's whiskey, games, nerd stuff. For many of those that have watched the variety of these videos I've got, I kind of just talk about whatever I like. There's a video in there where I actually talk about a helicopter just because it was outside of a hotel that I saw, and I kind of thought was pretty neat. I've got a few other ones like that I'll just kind of post at random. It was entertaining to me, and I want to thank everybody again. And until next time, cheers.